So there's a new dev diary out. I honestly didn't expect this since, in the last dev diary, they said they wouldn't start again until September, but this is definitely worth it. While the dev diary only seems to focus on metrics, Johan has actually given us a bit of information on 1.32, including a release date. The first part of this dev diary was the metrics. Here, they gave us some statistics about single player, multiplayer, and Iron Man. Of course, some of this information was also provided in the recent 8-year anniversary video Paradox made a week ago. If you want to read the dev diary and see all of these numbers for yourself, then the link is down in the description. You could also like the video, please. One of the things that surprised me was the fact that there are more non-Iron Man games than Iron Man. Well, apparently over half of single-player games are not in Iron Man. Next are some statistics about nations that are played. So just for the top 10, we have England, Ottomans, France, Castile, Byzantium, which ranks at number 5 and 6.6% of all campaigns, Austria, all custom nations, Brandenburg, Ming, and Muscovy. The dev diary also goes on for another 10 nations, the top 10 through 20. This includes tags like Great Britain at 3.29% and the Timurids at over 2%. These top 2 nations account for over 80% of all EU4 campaigns, which I didn't really expect to be that high. Thirdly are the most popular mods. This includes the beloved Graphical Map Improvements mod, some language localization mods, and even some flavor mods like Missions Expanded. Very cool to see mods like this top the charts here. The dev diary also mentions some bug fixes. With graphs and some impressive numbers, a total of over 2,000 bugs have been fixed, and apparently 500 more known ones that they plan to fix in 1.32. So repeating what Johan said back in April, Tinto has laid out 5 important aspects for the future development of EU4. Firstly, paid features should be standalone and easy to maintain. I assume this means that paid features from DLC will be separate from free features, unlike in the past, where free and paid features were connected together in spaghetti. This is a good aspect for people who don't play with all DLC, so I'm glad they're focusing on this. Next, no major feature reworks while we still have lots of bugs. This is honestly a bit sad but somewhat necessary. This means that there probably won't be major feature reworks in 1.32, maybe some small content updates like we saw in Manchu. Maybe this will be the Africa update that we've all been waiting for. What do you guys think? Unless it's the blurst Antarctica patch. Thirdly, reduce the bug count as much as possible. Not much to say here, less bugs are good, but I hope they're paying attention to actual bugs that ruin gameplay and crash to desktops, and not, like, misspelled localization. That's still a good meme though. Fourthly, add more content, like missions, graphics, and music. I hope their effort distribution is 80% on missions and 10% on graphics and music each. Or maybe 15 on music and 5 on graphics. PDX games have some really nice soundtracks, but they simply don't complement the game well if the content isn't good. I hope they also get really creative with missions, like I've seen some popular mods do so, such as Missions Expanded and Flavor Universalis. Fifth and finally, flesh out parts of the map that have not gotten attention in the last few years. In my opinion, this is basically the confirmation for the Africa update. Unless their scope is smaller, like Scandinavia, Africa is the only major region of the globe that hasn't received a major rework. I remember back before Dharma, lots of people were hoping for an India update, and we got it. Dharma was an amazing EU4 DLC and patch, so I hope their Africa update, be it an expansion or immersion pack, is just as good as Dharma was. Johan finally wraps up by saying the next update will be missions, graphics, and music. Once again, no major feature reworks, missions are the meat. The focus of Tinto will be on bug fixes, quality of life, and improving the AI. Johan also mentions the concentrate development mechanic will be reworked in 1.32, which is amazing news. I always hated this feature, so I hope it gets to live a better life with better balance. Johan also said we'll have more information on this in the coming months. Before 1.32 though, 1.31.6 will be released, which is just a compatibility patch. Johan did confirm a rough date though, which is the last quarter of 2021. So we will, in fact, have 1.32 before the New Year's. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.